Hi guys, new version Psyscope. So this one have been quite a big rewrite of many internal components, improvement and stuff. So I will try to show you. So first of all, it has been extended from 8 to maximum 16 instance. And so the interface have been revamped. You have got two lines. The first line on top is all your 16 sounds, and the other menus on the bottom side. So I invite you to check for each place where you place the mouse. You have some explain on the console to get all the shortcuts. For example, on the main view you got many shortcuts. You can zoom via dragging or using the mouse wheel. Zoom have been improved, and also the anti-aliasing. Sometimes you had some strange behavior on the bottom. It has been fixed, and the global performance have been highly tweaked. So yeah, if you check the commands, you can see that now, for example, if you use the middle button, you can scale the waveform directly from the waveform view. Previously it was only from here. You can click and drag to scale, or right click to reset, or double click to adjust to the maximum found peak. So yeah, here you got your 16 sound as well, and here you got your zoom, which is all the enabled sound, because you can enable or disable the sound with the right click. Enabled sound summing, for example, here you got kick and bass, or the layer only the kick and bass. You can see all the phase. Maybe adjust the phase on your kick until for example, on layer you can right click to see also the summing of both and adjust the phase. See here it's quite picky because they are perfectly in phase. If they are really out of phase, you will have cancel. You see cancel here. So stuff like that. You don't have to over focus on this, but to use URLs, but it can be handy to check really overshoots or really cancellation of phase. For example, so new stuff. Now I've tried to work a bit on the menus. It's to be more user friendly. For example, on Beat you can you have a nice list box when you can select the length of the buffer you're visualizing, and also now you have for example, I enable some sounds. Well, it's shitty sound, but it's my test template just to check. For example, this sound is just a note, and this is this one. It's not easy to visualize as a beat because it's quite high frequency, so you might want to check only the cycles. And now on the beat menu you have a 3 Hz mode when you can adjust the hertz, so it's in sync somehow. But you can also directly pick a note. So now here I know it's an A. I can easily check the cycle of an A. On octave is if you want 1 cycle or 2 cycles, etc. Or can double and disable. And what's cool with this new version is you can easily toggle from the let's say tonal mode to the beat mode. So if you click on beat, you're back on the beat for kick and bass. So what else? Beat, it's done. Here it's your channel mode, so you can show left or right or medium, middle, side, left and right or mid side. So same here, let's say enable other sound. What's nice now is you can, for example, you can see the side information option. You can stack them or see at both at separate tracks. And let's say for some bass, usually I would never do that, but just to show you, if on the bass I put some EQ on the side channel, you can see the difference of left and right or mid side. So this was here, but it has been improved. Latency is if you got some only on Ableton, because Ableton don't have a correct PDC. Bitwig is fine, but on Ableton, if you have some plugins with latency, you can move your mouse over the device, and you will see at the bottom left of the screen the latency samples. And you can double click to enter that latency samples. You have to report manually. So next is the scale. Clear, it's to clear the buffer. Right click, clear all buffers, all the sound. Freeze, you can freeze the buffer, and right click to bounce to wave. If you want to bounce bass loop to wave, here you get the wave, and you can drag it to the DAW or to a folder on your hard drive or stuff like that. It's bounce in place. It bounce what you select. Here I selected the bass, but I can bounce the sum or the kick or anything. Freeze, it's to freeze the buffer. Skin is here you got a little button on the right that let you quickly set the hue of the sound or the sum or what you select. But you can also click to have more options, so you can show the stroke, feel or both. You can now in the new version show a frequency gradient. So here it overrides your colors, but you can see the high frequencies more bluish, medium frequencies are greenish yellow, and bass are red. So that can be handy sometimes. The colors, if you right-click enable, it will reacquire the colors. So if it's VST3, you can usually set your colors directly from the DAW. For example, my click here is red. If I change the color to green, Psyscope will automatically set same color. But if you want to not use the color and set your own color, you can disable this. And edit skin lets you edit all the skin color, so the background or the text, the buttons, everything, and all the sounds, the stroke of the waveform, etc. So same here, you got a little text explaining, because you can choose templates like dark templates, medium templates, light template. You can pick one, change the color, and save it to your own skin, or load one you have already made, or save as default. If you save as default, it will make a custom file, and every new instance will look if this file exists, and it will use this file as default. And tool is if you made some settings, you can transfer all your settings to all the instances. That's it. What else? Shows, now there's a new show menu with a lot of stuff you can show, the instance ID, the FPS. If you show some reference timelines or reference DB lines. So reference timeline let you, for example, check some release settings, how it change. So you can move the lines by clicking on them and dragging, or double click to enter a percentage value. And if it's a DB line, you can also click to enter. Let's say you don't want your sounds to go above -10. You can place a marker at -10 and check, okay, yeah, I got some overlap on the bass also, on the sum way too much, etc. So this can be handy. What else? So values is all the values information, and you can show if they follow the mouse or not. For example, the wave value, they are here. but if you press follow mouse, they will move with the mouse. Okay, then you have got the transport and the grid. If no grid, if 6 ternary or stuff like that. So what else? Now the big change in the new Psyscope is you can also, previously you could show all this waveform overlapped, etc. Now you can also show the frequencies. So in the FFT menu here, you can show only the waveform or not the spectrum or both. So let's say I'll show the spectrum only for now. Mute the snare. So here, when you enable sound, you will show it will show the frequencies of your sound. For example, here only the kick is on sum, it's the frequency of the kick. With bass, it's both frequency. With SD, it's all the frequencies. Or you can click on each individual sound. They have to be on if you want the FFT to save CPU. So yeah, you can see so it's a multi-track frequency analyzer now too. And what's cool, you can show the layers. So you will have your kick, bass, snare, and let's say hi-hat. I got all the sound. I can check how they interact together. So let's see the menus. You have optimize Redux. I recommend to set it on. It's an option to, when you have a big FFT, you will have lots of dots in the high frequencies and it can be hard for the computer to draw very fast. So I recommend to let it on because it's less precise. Let's say on the bass here it looks less precise, but you can, in Psyscope you can also zoom the FFT, zoom waveform on FFT, so it will be faster. You will have a more faster response. But if your computer can handle it, you can remove and you will get more precise view. Next is the range. It's top dB value on bottom, so you can adjust if you want more resolution or more range. Right click to reset. Decay is the speed. If it's really fast, you don't have time to see, so you can adjust. Peak curves let you see a different peak curve. So you can adjust the decay for this curve also. So here you can easily see where the maximum bins are of your sound. Okay, this is the kick, and you can inspect with the mouse. You got the value here, the hertz, note, and dB. So this can be useful. Inspect max is kind of automatic mode where it will really show you the maximum. So if you have two tracks, maybe you want to compare two tracks, one reference track on your track, and you can check the difference between both curves. And don't forget to switch off Inspect Max if you want the real-time analysis. So stack FFT is when you are in stack mode, you can choose to have them stack. Let's say I show both. You got the wave on the stack, or if you want this kind of stack view of the FFT, more overlap. Zoom FFT is by default it will zoom both, but maybe you want to zoom only the waveform and not the FFT. So here you can zoom the waveform, but the FFT remains static. So show data, it's data, you can make them follow the mood. Layer sum is if you are in sum mode, layer mode, sorry. You can have both the waveform layers and FFT layers, but sometimes it's hard to see or hard for the computer to compute it all. You can collapse the waveform to a sum view instead. So you get a sum view and the waveform, but layers view on the FFT. So next you can show stroke or feel or both. Grid is when you are in spectrum spectrum, you got a grid, and the background you can set it simple, no dB, or more detailed like usual grids, etc. Use tilt is by default, it's the amplitude of the high frequency should be lower than the low frequency. But if you disable tilt, that means you will target a very descending slope. So personally, I don't like that. I like to target some. It's usually said that a good mix should target pink noise curve, and pink noise curve is slowly descending. But if you enable tilt, the target curve will be flat. So if you feed pink noise, I don't have pink noise here, but pink noise will have a flat frequency response. So for me, it's easier to target a flat curves. So basically, it tilts. It will make the high frequency higher on the screen to match a flat curve. And you can adjust the tilt value. At 0.5 it's pink noise, and here it's over exaggerated for the eyes, and here it's the other way around. It's no tilt. Then you got the ties. So FFT is always a compromise between time resolution and frequency resolution. For me, 4K is a good compromise, but if you need a higher frequency resolution, you can increase to 8K or 16K. So here it will be more, but you can see it's more sluggish because it needs to buffer 16K samples to average. So on 1K is the other way around. It's really fast, really real time, but you have less frequency resolution. So you can adjust to test. Then we got try to make a collision detection mode. So here you can see where there could be problem, but not easily. If you enable frequency show collision, and you can scale the force of the collision, you can see where there could be problem. You see that here when the snare, the snare clap hits, it overlaps with the kick and the bass frequency, so we kind of have overlaps. It helps you find overlaps. Here also we have some overlaps. So you can adjust the scale and the tilt if it's more focused on the high frequency content or the low frequency. So let's say I've got my hi-hat here. I will switch them on, and I lower the cutoff to go on the snare. You see here we got some larger, we got some spike here. So yeah, that's it. Collision. And each time you can select to show both or waveform or spectrum only. So I think this is quite a big improvement. I hope you enjoy. And next is about where you have some preference, the global responsiveness for if the drawing is really fast or slow. If you have a slow computer, you can maybe reduce this. Anti-aliasing should be set to 1. When you have many samples to draw on a 1 pixel, it will make mess if you're zoomed out. So anti-aliasing finds the maximum in the range and give a better view. Even if not playing, if I press stop here, it freezes. But if I make even if not playing, it will continue to buffer. So if you play keyboard real time, you maybe want to monitor your signal even if stop or stuff like that. So it's to monitor even if the DAW is not playing. His DAW text is you can change the text on your DAW, and it will be reflected on Psyscope. And IDs start from 1. It's not really useful, but some people wanted before there was number, if they start from 0 or 1. Secured summing should be enabled in my opinion. It's when you have a multi-track, multi-threaded context. The DAW might render one track on another track at the same time, so the summing should be sure to get all the tracks computed before showing you the summing, so it add one block of latency only on the sum, only visually. It doesn't affect audio, so it should remain on. Get machine IDs for a register on the website and check for update, let you know if you are on the latest version. That's it. I hope you enjoy, and if you have questions, let me know, and see you next. Bye.